Scott, focusing on organizations and all the terms associated with running an organization under the Utopia principles. Charter. Charter is the term for this video. Can you explain and speak to that?
Yeah, simple concept, and I used an unfamiliar term for organizational purposes, charter, because I'd been in so many discussions where people had arguments over what's the difference between a mission statement and a purpose statement. And I thought, well, I'll just make up a new term. So charter is the words at the top that guide the organization, tell you what your aim, what your target is. And I think in terms of...
When you say words at the top, you mean kind of like the umbrella phrase? The
yeah.
thesis, if you will, for why you're there?
So if you asked why 7 times, you'd eventually get to the charter.
I see.
And if you ask why after that, there's nothing else to say.
Left. Okay, yeah.
Because it explains all the rest of it. And I thought of King Ferdinand and Queen Isabella giving Columbus a charter to go find the New World. So a lot of unfortunate history followed that. But he was given a charge. Here's what you're supposed to do. Mm-hmm. He knew what he was supposed to do. So everything else that he did was for the purpose of fulfilling that charter. Mm-hmm. In the New Testament, the Greek word hamartia is the word that's translated sin, and it's an archery term that means missing the target. So the charter is the target. If you go into work, why are we here? Mm-hmm. So for instance, a charter that this was the original charter at S.D. Myers. It's been modified over the years. But the original charter was to earn the undying loyalty of transformer owners everywhere.
Yeah. So charter here is not a document you fill out and you register with the state along with the other articles of incorporation or whatnot. Right. Charter is the mission statement, but it's nuanced. It has a sort of a richer word, if you will, that you really want to connect to the Utopia principle. Yeah.
Why are we here? Why are we here, and what do we do? Mm-hmm. And it could be a phrase. I've always thought that a charter could be a 5-10 page document. Mm-hmm. Whatever you feel it takes to express what you're here for.
I see.
Again, I think earlier I referenced what I've understood to be a Roy Disney quote: "When values are clear, decisions are easy." Mm-hmm. So you can include those values in your charter if that's what you want to have.
So an organization that is going to call itself Utopia Place of Business.
A good place.
A good place, right? They have a charter that you've developed. I mean, it's the principles.
So following those principles could be applied to a dairy farm. They could be applied to a computer chip manufacturing plant. So those are transferable. But if you have a dairy farm, ultimately, why are you in it?
Yes.
What's your purpose? Mm-hmm. And what are the values that guide you? Mm-hmm. So if somebody comes to work for you, they understand those. There's a lot of instructions you don't have to give them because they know why you're trying to do this. Mm-hmm. And when they think of ways to improve what you're doing, and you're trying to evaluate, is that better than what we're doing or not? It's better if it helps you achieve the charter more fully. And if it doesn't, then it's not better.
Right. So it would be just probably a little more clear for us to say, hey, when we're talking about those principles that are in the Utopia book or in these videos, we're talking about the philosophy behind this. We're talking about the doctrine, if you will, the thought system. And then the charter here is going to refer to that document or that line, that statement you have on your organization, your ministry, that says, this is why I'm in, Mobile, Alabama or whatever, and here's what we're doing with the money God has given us, and here's how we're, so.
Well, it's interesting because one of the things that they did with that simpler S.D. Myers charter was later they started by saying, as a good place organization, S.D. Myers exists too. So they bring these 3 aims and the 10 areas that help us achieve those three aims into the charter by just putting that
Sure.
phrase as a
Yeah.
good place organization in the charter.
Really quickly, for people that don't have the personal background you and I have, what's S.D. Myers? What's the story behind that?
It's a company that does electric substation maintenance.
Your dad started it.
That started, I
ran it for a
spent
bit.
40 years in it.
Yeah, yeah. It didn't start as a good place organization, but when did that transition? Just really quickly.
That was in 2004. I became president with the express purpose of making SD Myers a good place organization.
Right, right. Okay, thank you.